Friends, in Universal Book Club, I like to illustrate how God speaks through, inspires all authors and artists. This is a story about Annie Lennox from today's New York Times Book Review. Let's go back to 1983. That was a hard year for us. That was a year we lost two sisters, two of the 12 of us. I was an intern in medicine. My wife and I had one child at the time. Those are our adult kids. That's back when they were 14 years old, right? They're now 36 to 43. But I remember after learning about the Eurythmics and Annie Lennox singing, "Here Comes the Rain Again." Why? To our kids, okay, in the mid-'80s. And then in 1992 with their great album, Diva, just even better stuff, all right? Walking on Broken Glass and others. So let's go here. I mean, this is the words of wisdom that we get from these wonderful artists. Her retrospective, her first book, is a visual chronicle, a souvenir of frozen moments with the bite-sized memories and reflections. Her last great read, Isabel Wilkerson's Cast. I agree. That's one of the best books I've read in the last 10 years. She says, but perhaps there are other neurodivergent folks out there who recognize this unorthodox impulse. What a wonderful phrase. We're all neurodivergent in that we're all unique creations of God, okay? The thing that strikes me now is just how Orwell's dystopian vision has actually come to fruition. Yeah. The interviewer asked, you've also written songs for Bram Stoker's Dracula and a Lord of the Rings film. Is there another book you'd love to write a song for? Were it to be made into a film? She says, that's a good question. And then this one, you're organizing a literary dinner party. Which three writers, dead or alive, do you invite? Charles Dickens. He would be one of my three, okay, for sure. James Baldwin, he'd be one of my top 10. And V, I've never heard of. Formerly Eve Ensler. They share deep exploration into the existential human condition via completely different cultures, perspectives, and time frames. I think they'd have gotten along splendidly, especially with vodka or cognac poured into the mix. The other thing I learned about Annie Lennox, she lost her only son to stillbirth. His name was Daniel. That was about the same time I saw the worst death I've ever seen. Now, remember, geriatrician, hospice doc, everyone I take care of has died. But it was a stillborn baby who was brought into an emergency room outside of Boston where I was moonlighting. So I have a lot in common with Annie, but I've never been able to carry a tune.